Hi, Terry. It's Sasha Houlihan.
Hey, Sasha, just want to make sure I'm a panelist.
Yes, you're all set.
Okay, that's all. Just wanted to confirm.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
There was a question in the chat asking if this session was going to be recorded, and it is being recorded. So for anyone who might have to leave early or is in attendance, this will be recorded.
Sasha, I have a very quick question for perhaps, is the Q&A open for people to actually post questions, or are we going to do oral verbal questions?
The Q&A is open for people to submit their written questions.
Great, thank you.
Yep. And panelists can see the questions come in if they click their Q&A tab.
Yeah, I know. Oh, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 12th grade level meeting. My name is Ralph Mayo. I'm the principal of Greenwich High School, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to our grade level meeting tonight. Along with me, there would be our PTA representatives, including our co-president in her last term. This might be her last speech here. Welcome, Terry. We have Ann and Susan that are grade level coordinators. We have Karen, who is in charge of student activities, that's going to talk about a lot of stuff that you probably want to hear about tonight. And our guidance director, Judy Nadell, will also be with us to talk about end of the year processes and procedures. So first of all, the big news, I hope you all received my email, and if you didn't, we can fix that, is that the seniors, all seniors are invited to return to Greenwich High School beginning on May 3rd. So we sent you out a email describing the processes and procedures that you need to go through in order to make that happen for your child. One thing that we'd love to know is how many seniors will be returning. So we asked you in that letter to signify if your child was going to continue to be on full remote. So please let us know. That's important for us, and really important for us in terms of planning purposes. I threw the attendance policy in there just in case everybody remembers what our attendance policy is. And if you decide that your child's coming here full-time from May 3rd until the internship begins on June 1st, you have to know that they need to be here, and they can't log on. They can and be virtually present, but unless you excuse them, that will count as an absence. So just want to make that clear for everybody. We are going to continue to take all of our health precautions, all our mitigation strategies will be in place. Also, free of charge, we're going to be offering COVID testing for students that would like to have that done. So you'll be getting a separate email from our head of nursing, Mary Keller, describing what that program will look like and all the information that goes along with it. So that will happen down in the pack, but other than that, she will give you all the information you need in case your child or you are interested in taking us up on that. And then one of the questions I've gotten, multiple questions today on student parking, and I was going to let Karen talk about that, but I'll just throw my 2 cents in. We did sell a number of parking spaces to juniors because the lot was kind of empty, but we did not sell more passes or parking passes than we did last year. So we have plenty of parking spaces available for any senior who would like to obtain one. Okay, so that's my bit about our return to school. I'm very excited about it. It may not seem that way because I haven't been sleeping much about it, but I am very excited to have those seniors back in this building. And I can't wait to hear Karen talk about the other fun stuff that we're going to be doing coming up at the end of the school year. Also, just if you have other children in the district at different grades, the juniors will be returning to Greenwich High School on May 17th. And then on I believe it's June 1st. Well, let's not forget this first. May 19th also, the juniors will be taking the NGSS, the Next Generation Science Standards Test. So, and then we are going to have a fun day with them on that day because they'll be taking it in the morning. May 31st, 9th and 10th graders will return to Greenwich High School, and the senior internship begins on June 1st. So those are big dates coming up. The other ones that we need to talk about, Karen will explain those because she's been working on the details for proms and graduations. So again, thank you for attending our meeting, for showing up on this actually nice, beautiful night. And I'm going to turn it over to Terry for to give you a bit of a discussion about what the PTA has planned for Greenwich High School. Terry?
Thank you, Ralph. And most importantly, thank you for welcoming the seniors back next Monday. I think they're all excited to be at Greenwich High School together as they bring this year to closure. So thank you for that. And good evening, everyone. I'm Terry Lamantia, and Stephanie Cowie and I are the Greenwich High School PTA co-presidents this year. As a mother of two seniors, it is really, really hard to believe that we are all inches away from the finish line. As I know it has been a very busy year for all of us, we really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedules this evening to hear the updates for our seniors. Once again, a big, big thank you to our district, our school administrators, and our faculty for successfully keeping our children in school this year. And a very special thanks for welcoming all of our students back into the building before the end of the school year to help us continue on this road of creating normalcy for our students. Before I turn the meeting over to our 12th grade coordinators, I just wanted to give you a few updates about the activities of the PTA this year. We are extremely proud of the wonderful collaboration that we've had between the PTA and our Greenwich High School administration this year, especially Ralph Mayo. We've spent countless hours with Ralph on many, many topics, and I've always appreciated Ralph's willingness to listen, to be open to new ideas, and to help us move the dime for our school and our PTA. So thank you, Ralph.
You're welcome, Terry. Thank you.
Most recently, this partnership resulted in a significant contribution in support of our faculty, parents, and students. After many discussions with our administrators, student government representatives, our board and PTA membership approved the purchase of Wi-Fi boosters around the building to allow our students and faculty to continue their studies outside, as well as to enhance the communication between parents and students in the school parking lot. As we know, we have all experienced those issues over the years, and we're happy that we will solve that problem for all parents and students going forward. In addition, our board and membership also approved the purchase of TV monitors in key locations such as the entrances to the 5 houses, the science, PAC, and gym wings to display important information about events and daily activities. And a special thanks to Karen Foster, who worked very closely with us in getting the fee quotes, talking to student government. We thank you, Karen, for all of your support as well. And on a final note, please join us for our final PTA meeting on May 27th at 9:30 a.m. At that meeting, we will present our 2021-2022 budget, and we will also be voting on the new slate for the PTA Board of Directors. Following our PTA business, there will be a timely presentation on building character and resilience in our teens. It will be presented by Jeff DeTesso, former Greenwich High School psychologist and current director of counseling at Greenwich Country Day High School. We thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. And now I'd like to hand it over to our wonderful 12th grade parent coordinators who will share some exciting information about upcoming activities for our seniors. Thank you all so much for always being here to support us. And with that said, I'd like to turn it over to Susan Decker. Susan?
Hi, Terry. Actually, it's Anne tonight. So I wanted to say thank you to you and Steph for guiding us through such a trying year. We really appreciate all that you've done. So for anyone who doesn't know me, my name's Anne Vranos. I am a co-coordinator for the 12th grade with Susan Decker, and we are very excited to talk tonight about events coming up for our seniors and our parents. things that we all can look forward to at the end of the school year, and the schools worked so hard to bring them all back. So I will say a joint thank you from us all to the administration. We really appreciate it. This is a time for me to remind every 12th grade parent that our fundraising goal for senior gifts and senior celebrations is a $28,000 goal. For those of you who have donated so far, I thank you very much. And for families who have not yet had an opportunity to support our fundraising effort, we would appreciate anything that you can help us with. Every dollar that's donated helps us enhance the experience for our seniors. As an example, last week, the PTA very generously donated a blanket to all the seniors, and the kids came to pick them up. I was there for both days. The kids were genuinely surprised, I think, and very happy with what they received. And for anyone who did not pick one up yet, we're going to have another day for that. So you can look for a communication from Karen with respect to another assigned day so that they can pick up their gift. We want to keep all that enthusiasm going. So please support us if you can. And Karen Foster is going to be providing you with detailed updates on end of year activities. We're really excited for the senior day, the senior celebration, proms, and graduation. But please, we are always here. If you have any questions, as a 12th grade coordinator, we're an excellent resource. We've been through it and we're still going through it. So if you have any questions, please, you can reach out personally. And Vranos, I'm in the directory, but also we have set up our email address, which is grade 12, the number 12, grade 12 coordinator at ghspta.org. So please reach out with any questions, concerns. I know Karen has a lot to talk about, so I'm going to turn it over to her. But if there's anything you need, we're here to help. And we thank you all so much. And congratulations to all these great kids. Karen, it's all you.
Thanks. Hi, everybody, and welcome. And I'm sure you are very eager to hear all about the end of the year. So before I even start, I do want to tell you that a communication will be going out with all this information. So please don't feel that you have to take down notes and write all these dates and times down, because it will all be sent out to you by the end of the week. So that's the first thing. All right, so big news, graduation. Graduation will be Monday, June 21st. At 5 o'clock on fields 6 and 7. There will be enough seating for each graduate to invite 5 guests. There'll be enough seating for 5 guests, but there will also be standing room. So we have plenty of space. The students are going to arrive at 4:15. The ceremony will be approximately 90 minutes long, give or take how long people speak. The ceremony will be live streamed. So if you have anybody in your family who is unable to attend, we will send a link out that day that will be, so you guys can watch it from the comforts of your own home. Or you may also send it along to any relatives that might also like to enjoy it. The graduation is on the field. So one of the things that we do ask is that nobody wears high heels. Any guests, any graduates, because we don't want anybody sinking into the new turf, because it's only a year old. As far as parking goes for graduation, there will be parking available at the school. However, we will also have parking. We will have a shuttle bus that will go between Greenwich Country Day School and Central Middle School for any overflow parking that does not fit in our own school lot. We will have handicap parking marked off. And again, all of this information will come out. The details will come out this week, specific details about maps and stuff like that, that will come out closer to the graduation. After the ceremony, after the graduation ceremony, and this is important, the students then leave the field and they will return back to the school. They have to go in the school to actually pick up their diploma. So what that means is that we ask that you guys pick a meeting spot so that you can meet your graduate after the ceremony, after they have gotten their diploma. But we ask that it's not on the field or inside the school. Okay, so depending on when those Wi-Fi boosters get there, cell service is not great, we know. So please make sure that you have this pre-planned spot so that you guys are not all wandering around trying to find each other. Rain dates. So if it rains on Monday and the weather is nice on Tuesday, our rain date will be Tuesday, June 22nd, on the field, same time. If rain is expected on both of those days, then we will have graduation inside the Performing Arts Center, otherwise known as the PAC, on Tuesday, June 22nd, but we will have 2 ceremonies. So A through K will begin at 4 p.m. L through Z will begin at 7:15 p.m. If it is inside, the seats are limited, and so every graduate will have 2 tickets to attend that ceremony. That ceremony would also be live streamed as well, okay? But we're gonna have fingers crossed, and it's gonna be beautiful weather, and we're gonna have our graduation on Monday. Earlier, when the information came out about the graduation fee, which includes your cap and gown, it also includes graduation announcements. These are not tickets, these are just announcements. Some people like to save them as keepsakes or send them out to family members. Everyone will receive 2 in the mail. We do have more, so if you would like to purchase more, you can do that. Just contact Student Activities. There will be a photographer on the field for graduation. So your child will be photographed while he or she is on the stage after they have received their diploma, a picture with their house administrator. That information again will be mailed to you, and then you will receive an email after graduation about how to access those photos if you are interested. Again, all this information, some of it will be sent out now, but the specific details will be sent out in a mailing at the end of May or the beginning of June. In order to be ready for graduation, we have to have a graduation rehearsal. So that will be on Friday, June 18th. It will be in the afternoon. The students are expected to stay until graduation rehearsal is finished. So we expect them to stay until school ends, which is 3:15. After graduation rehearsal is when they pick up their cap and gowns. So they go from practice, they'll return back to the student center, and they are able to pick up their cap and gowns. So a couple things about the cap and gowns. First of all, they must have their all clear slip from their house in order to pick that up. And I know Judy's going to speak about that in a little bit and about what that means. The inside their graduation gown will be their tassel, their cap, and will also have their memory, their time capsule card. Sorry about that. Their time capsule card. So that will also be in there. I promise you that they will all have tassels. Just remind your graduate to be careful, because we have a lot of tassels fall out of the bags and we kind of find them as a trail going into the senior parking lot. So if you could just give a little reminder, we remind them too, but just to say, please make sure you don't drop anything on the way out. So that's graduation. Now we're going to move to prom. So senior prom is going to be on Friday, June 11th from 7 to 10:30 p.m. at the Hilton in Stamford. They are allowed to bring guests. However, due to the governor's guidelines, we have to have guests only from Greenwich High School. Tickets will go on sale tomorrow. They will be on sale from tomorrow through May 14th. The cost of the ticket is $60. If your family is in financial hardship, the PTA has generously offered to pay for half of the ticket. So your child just needs to reach out to their counselor for that. For the prom, the students do need to arrive by 7:30, and we ask that they stay with us until 10 p.m. It ends at 10:30, but if they would like to leave anytime between 10 and 10:30, they may. For the senior celebration, which was typically we had a post-grad party for the students. This year we switched up a little bit, and we're going to have a senior celebration outside on Field 4 on June 8th with a rain date of June 9th. This is for the students, and it will be during school that day. So I know that they're out on internship and doing stuff, but they have approval or permission to come back to school that day, and we're going to spend some time outside on the Field 4 and have some fun. And as Mr. Mayo said earlier, senior parking is still available for seniors. I will resend all the information. So if your senior either has signed up already and just hasn't picked up their permit, they just have to come to Student Activities. If they have not signed up yet, they can still sign up online and then come to Student Activities to get their sticker for their car. And that is everything for me. So I don't know if you want to do questions now or at the end. It's up to.
I think we might want to do some questions now, but for you, Karen. But before we do, I just want to let everyone know, all 212 of you that are online right now, how much work Karen has put into the end of the year celebration. We've had so many different guidelines and they've changed so many different times, and she's had to change her plans so many different times so that we could accommodate everyone and make everyone and try to make everyone happy. She has just been a workhorse for us and mostly for your children. So just going to commend her. I can't wait. I can't wait to be at both proms. I can't wait to be at a graduation where we're all together outside on field 6 and 7. It's going to be very exciting. So thank you, Karen. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
There are a couple of questions, Karen, related to, prom. So basically, maybe just to reiterate, unfortunately, perhaps that there cannot be guests. So I guess originally we thought that there could be guests from outside of Greenwich High School, but at this point.
Correct. They can bring a guest from another grade within Greenwich High School, just not anybody outside the school. And that's per the governor.
And then another parent would like to know where the link to donate to the senior gift is, and maybe resend the email.
So Anne, that email came from the PTA.
Sorry, yes, and we will resend. We'll resend that link. I think this week we're ready to send that.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
The other question is to reiterate, how many tickets do the family get for outdoors? How many tickets for indoors? And how do the students get those tickets?
So for the outdoor ceremonies, as of right now, there will not be tickets for the outdoor ceremony. I'm just saying we have seating for 5 people for each graduate. And then there's also lots of room for people to stand. So so we have seats for 5 people. There will be no tickets handed out. You will receive electronic tickets if we end up going inside and graduating through the pack. So those will be emailed out to everybody.
Fancy.
Very fancy this year, yes.
And this meeting is being recorded, and it will be eventually be put up onto the website, so that if parents couldn't attend or couldn't be here, they'll be able to view it on the website. Give us a couple days on that, but it'll be up there. Anything else, Jude, you see?
There is some more, there's a couple more questions about prom, but I answered that. No, senior prom is not on 2 different dates now. It is now one. It is Friday, June 11th.
Senior, yes. Both the junior and senior prom are at the Hilton Hotel in Stanford. It's going to be great for our kids to all be able to be together. Again, another Karen miracle, as I call them. Unfortunately, there's a question about moving graduation, and we were not able to move graduation any earlier than it is. Monday's the earliest we could have graduation, and that's decided by the Board of Education. But also we had some input in that because we wanted to have Monday as our official graduation date, but we also wanted to have a rain date, which would be the next day, so that we could actually have an outdoor graduation. So that's the reason we couldn't move it to Thursday and Friday. It would the seniors needed to be in school 177 days. So that's why it's on that Monday.
Okay,
masks at prom and graduation?
I think there's some other questions. Yes.
Masks, yes. Masks, yes. I see one here, SRO. I tried, and we had very little participation. We had less than 30 students that wanted to do an in-person graduation. And then some wanted to do, we had less than 50 altogether who wanted to do some combination. Then I reached out and said, okay, we can do a virtual, like a video. And we had less than 25 kids who said that they wanted to do it. So the decision was held not to have SRO because there just wasn't, out of close to 700 people, there was like 23 that wanted to do it. which is unfortunate. Yes, we will have golf carts available. The handicap area parking for the graduation, you do need to have a handicap placard on your car. It will be marked off. And again, I will send all that specific details about where it will be in the parking lot, but we will offer golf carts to going from the handicap parking lot onto the field.
And
Someone
guess-
asked again, our prom's on the same day. Senior prom is on Friday, junior prom is on Saturday.
All right, and I'm going through here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. How do you buy a prom ticket, Karen? I think you already answered that.
Yep, they'll go on sale tomorrow, so all that info will be emailed out.
What
Okay.
does SRO refer to?
Oh, standing room only, that's what it's called, because it used to be jam-packed with, yes, so there's literally standing room only for it.
And do they need to bring an ID on prom day? I
Yes,
forget.
they do.
Yeah.
Someone asked about, let's stay on questions about prom and graduation. We will talk with the chief of nursing, Mary Keller, about outside guests, and she will contact the state and see if there's any change to that, any change to that ruling. Okay, Karen?
The time of graduation again, maybe if you could repeat the time.
We're gonna have graduation at 5 o'clock. 3 years ago, we had it at 5 o'clock and it seemed to work out extremely well for everyone. So we're gonna go at 5, and hopefully we can stay at that time from this graduation forward.
Yes, breathalyzers at prom.
And we can't graduate from the stadium because we wouldn't be able to accommodate the number of guests that you'd like to bring to watch your children graduate. So because of that construction, and because of that construction, the field just isn't big enough. But when we use 6 and 7, we can accommodate pretty much anybody you want to bring. Is that correct, Karen?
Correct, correct.
And if you let's see what else. Anything else? You guys see anything else that we
Well,
missed?
there are a couple of questions about, why Friday versus Saturday for junior and senior prom.
Okay, for the senior prom, we wanted to move the senior prom as far away from graduation as possible, so that if anybody was ill or quarantined, they'd still be able to attend graduation. So that was the reasoning for the 11th rather than it being on Saturday the 12th.
Again, a little more detail maybe for the, senior celebration day.
The senior celebration is going to be a variety of activities outside. For example, we're going to have miniature golf and a bunch of games that they can play. We're going to have food trucks there, and fingers crossed the yearbooks will be here in time so they can bring their blankets that the PTA generously gave them, and they can see all their friends and have their friends sign their yearbooks. It's basically, it's a time for them to get together, see each other, and have fun. But it will be a bunch of different activities like games and stuff that will be outside.
And again, anyone that's opts to be fully remote, they are coming to the prom, they are coming to graduation, they are going to their athletic activities if they belong to one, and we're also going to start up in-person club meetings on May 19th. So they're also welcome to join those as well. So anyone that's fully remote will get all the benefits of all our activities, and we also would help that they would come to that senior day. But if that's not possible, we understand that. But yeah, we will still continue to do fully remote the way we're doing it right now. So nothing is changing with that instruction.
How about, you know, getting all seniors back in the classroom? Is there new spacing guidelines that allows us to bring students back?
The spacing guidelines were 3 feet with a mask, and we were fairly certain that we can do that in all the classrooms.
Here's one. What's the earliest families can arrive at graduation? 4 o'clock would be the earliest that we would open the doors.
Okay.
Is
Can
graduation?
students who- sorry,
20
can students who
21st
choose to
or-
stay remote, can they attend senior celebration? The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
Recommended graduation attire?
You'll be getting that with Karen's.
Yeah, with my letter.
Yeah, she'll give you all the things that you need to do for graduation. And remember, our any kind of dress code is a guideline, not a must do. Okay. All right.
Senior awards program question. So yes, very briefly, we are still going to have a senior awards program, but we cannot have it in the pack. So we will not be having a, you know, formal get together, ceremony. We will instead be distributing the awards either on the 8th when the seniors are here, or perhaps on the 18th at graduation. The notification of award winners will go out though the week of June 7th.
Yeah, there's some other questions here about commencement speaker, stuff like that. Karen, you want to?
They are still working on a commencement speaker. Again, because a lot of the plans were just finalized. And when I say just, they have to finalize the commencement speaker. They've reached out to someone, but they're waiting, but they thought it was, anyway, long story short is we have not announced it yet, but it will be coming most likely in May. They will announce it.
And student speakers at graduation, Karen, can you?
All the class officers all have a part in graduation. They announce different people. They do things like that. Then the valedictorian or Victorians and the salutatorians also speak at graduation. So those are the students that speak.
And someone asked, can they use a tassel representing their home country? I was about to reply, but the students do decorate their caps. So
a lot of them, yes, they decorate the top of their caps. Yes. We do ask that they don't wear anything over their gown. You know, for example, I'm trying to, like sometimes some of the kids will come with like flowers that they want to wear, you know, or I'm trying to think of what else we've seen, you know, but we just ask that they don't wear anything over their gown, but they can decorate their cap.
Do you have anything else that that's popped up?
A lot of questions are stuff that we've already answered, but it's also going to go out in the info that's going to go out but later in the week.
There was one, will there be a sign up to help with Senior Celebration Day? And
the Senior Celebration Committee will be reaching out when they need volunteers, yes.
and graduation cords, I don't recall anybody having cords or anything.
Greenwich High School has never had the honors cords that
No.
speaking about, yeah.
And usually there are shuttles for graduation, right? From Central maybe, or is that?
From Central Middle School and from Greenwich Country Day.
And graduation is typically held on a weekday. And in fact, in my 44 years, I can't remember graduation being held on a weekend.
Oh, and how does a student become a valedictorian or salutatorian? So basically, the leadership team at Greenwich High School will take a look at that information provided to us through the GPAs and things like that. And we do announce it through the Senior Awards program. That's one of the things I will miss, not having a presentation again. Okay, so I mean, why don't I, share the couple of things that I have, and then as, maybe, other questions come up, we can answer those at the end too. So, I'm Judy Needell, everybody. I'm the coordinator of guidance here at Greenwich High School. I work closely with the school counselors. So one of the things I would like to tell you a little bit about is the May 1 reply deadline and college plans. And the other thing I would like to tell you a little bit is about our kind of a very elaborate process for signing students out when they are seniors each year. So first is the May 1 reply deadline. May 1st is a very traditional deadline for the United States. Graduating seniors are expected to make a deposit at the college or university in which they will enroll by May 1st. If your son or daughter is, still in this week and needs help making a final decision on where to deposit, please, make an urgent appointment with the house counselor or the college and career counselor in the College and Career Center. We know that our students have many things to consider, but the GHS counselors are prepared to help you and your family create a really solid post-high school plan. If your son or daughter is on an admissions wait list at a college of their preference, they still should deposit at their second choice college by May 1st, but definitely have your son or daughter consult with their counselor to be sure they're approaching being on the wait list in the most effective way. We have that knowledge and ability to help the students make sure that they are remain on the wait list and make themselves as good of a candidate as possible given whichever college that is that they are hoping to get into. We do encourage you to use that net price calculator to compare true costs from school to school. A very simple net price comparison chart is posted on the Greenwich High School Counseling website under College Process Financial Aid, but we can distribute that to you or get you to that information if you need it, just email us. If your son or daughter is exploring other options, such as a gap year, if they want to consider full-time employment, if they want to consider apprenticeship, we can assist them with, reaching those goals as well. The guidance assistant in each house must know the senior's final plan before they leave, either for internship or if they leave before graduation. So our guidance assistants will be reaching out to the seniors and to their parents if they need to kind of nail down this information. Ethically, Greenwich High School can only send final transcripts to one college. However, if a student is then accepted off of a wait list, we'll be able to send a second transcript, final transcript to that. So just please keep us, informed if your child gets off of a wait list and they decide to attend a different college than maybe they told their guidance assistant the first time. Okay, so our end of year sign out process for seniors is rather elaborate. Our students owe things like Chromebook, athletic equipment, uniforms. They owe books. They owe library books. They owe textbooks. They owe music equipment, sheet music. So basically, there are kind of two phases that we have because we have an internship program. I'm going to be emailing you and the seniors all this information, so don't worry. You'll get it in writing within a day or two. So the first step is called the final approval process. And we make sure that every student who has registered to either do internship, project, or work experience this year has the approval of their teachers, their counselor, meeting graduation requirements, and that they have given in as many of the materials that they owe us as they possibly can. We realize that maybe students might need to use a book during their project, or they might need to use their Chromebook during the entire time that they are on internship. That is okay. But we do try and collect as much as possible before they leave on internship, which makes the 18th and the day that they have to do the all clear slip process a little bit more sane for them and for us. So again, I am going to be distributing for seniors who are in person. We're going to be distributing our normal, form that is literally a final approval form. For students who are full remote, we're doing an online version survey for that. And that needs to be completed by Friday, May 28th the day that is their last day for students who are approved to go. We always have a number of students each year who decide either they do not want to participate or that they cannot participate due to they're still meeting graduation requirements that last month. And that is okay too. You know, we work with all students no matter what, whether they're leaving or staying in Greenwich High School. So there are a number of tasks that our seniors need to do. And the first is to meet with their house guidance assistant, either by a Google Meet, by phone, or physically in person. So we need to know, as you know, as parents, I'm sure we produce the college book every year. That data is so important. So we need to get everyone's college admissions decisions nailed down and entered into Naviance so we can produce the college book for the class of 2021. And again, we need to know the student's final plan to the location at the end of the school year. We are looking for students to complete the GHS Senior Exit Survey. We've done a senior exit survey for the last 8 or 9 years. We get some really valuable information from there. And in addition, we collect the students, you know, whether they are willing to be like an ambassador on their new campus for Greenwich High School students here. So we will collect their personal email if they say yes to that request for being an ambassador in the future, so that, you know, Greenwich High School seniors next year can contact them and see whether or not they like their new college. So the task number 2 is, again, they need to meet with all of their teachers, make sure they've returned things like textbooks, books, and materials. The teachers on the form will give them a little like signature that says, yes, they've met all of the curriculum requirements that they need before they leave. Task 3 is to return all library books to the media center that they no longer need when they leave on internship. And task 4 would be to return their Chromebook if they do not need it while they are out on internship or project. And again, the other GHS obligations will be things like athletic uniforms. I definitely encourage you to have your son or daughter clean out their room if they have not done that in a while. I can't tell you how many times I see kids running in on the last day, you know, picking up their cap and gown. It's like, I found this under my bed, or I found it in the trunk of my car, or whatever it might be. So start to look around your house and see if you've gathered anything, you know, from Greenwich High School, maybe even from prior years. We usually do keep good track of that, and it will probably be on your child's obligation list. So the house assistants will put together you know, an obligation list after the students have left, and then we have the all clear slip process. So we will be looking at our Allison Lockridge up in the Career Center. Will be looking to make sure that the students have met their obligations on internship. I'm going to be working with our media specialists to make sure that the students who are doing project have met those obligations. And we will, again, have a list of things that your son or daughter might owe. And that will, you know, the week of June 14th, it'll all be posted. And then on the 18th, typically the students come in, get their cap and gown, return everything to us. The reason we call it an all clear slip process is they literally get, or in the past anyway, a slip of paper that allows them to pick up their cap and gown. And that is a lot, but I am done now, and I'll see if there's any questions about that. Celebration. If a student doesn't know what college they're going to, listen. So yes, many of our students will be on a wait list, and perhaps they will get off of that wait list sometime in June, or maybe even over the summer. I work all summer, so anybody is welcome to call me, and I will be updating that information. We actually do download the data from Naviance, but little things can certainly be tweaked before I have to get it to the printer, you know, for copying. So yes, not a worry at all about changes to the data afterwards. Yeah, and I don't know if, I think I know the answer to this. Will there be a student celebration later in the evening on the night of graduation like Greenwich High School has done every year? No, we cannot do that. We're doing the outdoor activity instead, the June 8th, I think it is, for the senior celebration. You're on mute.
The senior celebration, which is typically after graduation, will be on June 8th during the day.
There's a question about the yearbooks. The hope is that we will have them for the senior celebration, so they will receive them June 8th if they get here on time, but that's the plan.
Okay, what else do we have?
Now I'm on mute. Will there be any raffle prizes at the senior celebration? Is that when the raffle prizes will happen?
There will not be raffle prizes. Unless there's something I don't know about, but I don't think so. Where do we receive the slip for the gown? The all clear slip, I'm
The
thinking?
house.
Yeah.
The house assistants help us with that. And again, we do understand there's a full remote thing going on here, but you may need to drop things off. But listen, if we managed collecting books and distributing books this year, I'm sure we could do this too.
No, like if they come on the senior celebration day on the 8th, they could bring stuff, if they're finished with it, they could bring it then. We'll have opportunities.
Something about a class picture, Karen?
So typically we do have the panoramic picture.
Yeah.
It's not scheduled as of right now.
But students can after graduation, students can take pictures all over campus if they like.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And graduation rehearsal will be on June 18th, and someone's asking the idea of the timing. I think we're going to start that around 12 and be done around, what do you think, Karen?
It all depends on if we have to practice for indoor too, but they'll be out by 3:15. They'll be out by 3:15. Someone's asking about the senior celebration. Many students will be working for senior internship and not be able to attend without advance notice. But it's my understanding that they will get approval to come to school that day and miss their senior internship.
Yes, Judy, we can make that happen.
Yeah, no, we're very flexible with the hours this year.
Okay. We talked about the shuttle.
And is that our college deposits, I think typically refundable? It varies from college to college, like everything else, unfortunately. Some colleges are willing to give back deposits and some are not. Some deposits are small, some deposits are large. So you definitely want to inquire about that.
Someone asked about honoring the students that were inducted in the National Honor Society. They'll be I believe they're in the program book, Judy, and they're star.
Correct. In the graduation program, they are noted in there.
Yep. Okay. I think we've answered all the questions. Yeah, I think we have. I don't know. Karen?
I think. Oh, is they take a picture during graduation? Is it the same from this picture? No, it's a different company. It's a different company that comes.
Okay. I think that's about it. I think the three most exciting things that we're talking about tonight is number one, the seniors being able to attend school and come back and be with their class starting on May 3rd. And I think that's something that everyone wanted, and it's going to happen. And we're all very, very excited about that happening. And we're going to have, like I said before, we're going to have all our strategies in place so that students are not congregating, so students are safe, and they're moving to classes in different ways than they ever had before. And all that stuff will continue. And as I said, we will keep track of the number of kids in classes so that if there's too many kids in a class, we'll move that classroom to another space, to a larger space, so that we can keep our students at least 3 feet apart. And as well, same thing with lunch. We've figured out how we can do lunch and still fit in all the students that need to be there. So all those things that that go along with coming to school. We've notified the transportation department. We've notified the police in case there's extra traffic, additional traffic. We've got our custodians moving our furniture as we speak. And and we notified food services to let them know that there will be more students on campus so that they're prepared. So yeah, school will look a little bit different than it does, but going to classes and passing and all that good stuff is going to be pretty much the same. So we're hoping that we have 2 great proms and we have great weather for our graduation and for our senior fun day. I'd like to thank all of you, especially our presenters, for coming tonight and doing a fabulous job. And I'd like to thank all of the participants. There was over 200 at one point. And so thank you so much for being with us tonight. And this meeting, again, as we said, is being recorded. It will be put up on the website, and Karen will be sending out additional information about proms, graduations, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for joining us, and good night.
Thank you.
Ralph. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Appreciate your time.
You.
Bye.